Hey guys, I'm back, and it is, believe it or not, it feels warmer. It's like half snow, half freezing rain out here, but I wanted to come out and do a video while I was not freezing to death. It is, what is the temperature right now? We're having a heat wave. It's 25. Let me start off with, I know you guys are very anxious for the results of the giveaway contest, and when am I going to post the winners and all this stuff, and my answer is, I'm working on it. I really am. I noticed... Here, honestly, and I'm sad to say this, I noticed some cheating. I noticed some people entering several times. I noticed some people doing some sketchy stuff, and it forced me to have to go through the whole spreadsheet before I was even finished to double check a couple things and really make sure, because it's not fair to all of you that are playing by the legit rules. So I had to go back and start again and double check everything, and I wasn't even finished entering everything yet. It is a lot of work, guys. I don't think you realize how much work it is and how long it takes to go through everything and put everybody's name in the right column and scroll back and forth and up and down. And, you know, sometimes deciphering people's entries, I don't know what video you were watching or where you decided to get the names of some of the items from, but I do my very best job, and sometimes I have to stare at somebody's entry for a good 3-4 minutes to figure out what they're talking about. Sometimes people, I don't know, have you ever heard of a comma to separate items? And, you know, just people did not seem to pay attention to some of the rules either. And it puts me in an awkward position of having to figure out what it is that they are trying to say. It's rough, guys. I'm doing my best. I promise I'm doing my best. I really wanted to have it all wrapped up by this weekend. It is a ton of work for one person to do all by themselves when they have to fit their whole life around it as well. So, for everybody that wants to ask, when are the results being posted? As soon as they're finished. I don't like dragging it out any more than you guys do. Believe me. So, I'm not going to respond to any more comments about when is it going to be done. It'll be done when it's done. I'm doing it as fast as I can, I promise. I'm excited, just like you guys are, to, you know, number one, be finished with that stupid spreadsheet, but also to post the winning stuff up there and post that winning video and, you know, figure out who gets to take all this stuff home. So, there's that. So what is today's video about? Why am I out here in the snow where it's steadily getting colder and colder, actually? So we've looked at some other multi-tools, and there's one that I saw that's fairly new, that as soon as I saw it and I saw how it was built, I said, I gotta get this on the channel, I've gotta try this out, and it's the Leatherman Signal. And the reason I like the Leatherman Signal is because I feel like it's made from the outset for EDC, survival, camping, stuff like that. It's not a multi-tool that has applications for those things. It's a multi-tool made for those things. And I know that some people, you know, I've been chatting, find it a little gimmicky. Some people find it lacking in a couple areas. And I'll admit, it's a little short on some of the tools that some of the other ones have, even though it does have 19 tools according to Leatherman. But I think I like it a lot. I think it's a great tool, so we're going to take a look at it right now. And I'm going to see how fast I can make this video go, because this weather's starting to come down a little bit harder. So the Leatherman Signal, to start off with, you'll notice it's a lot lighter than some of the other multi-tools out there. I don't know if that's in my head. I have to actually get a weight on there and compare to some other ones, but it does feel a lot lighter to some other multi-tools. And it locks closed, which is pretty cool. I like that. So let's take a look at the sheath first, just to start. Nice Leatherman sheath. It has room for some bits for your bit driver. It also has some room for if you want the bit extension, which I sprung for, and something else, whatever you want to fit in there. It's a decent sheath. It expands a little bit. No molly or anything, but it does have provisions for vertical carry. You can maybe, if you got something rigged up for vertical carry only, I mean, I guess you could do horizontal if you want to strap it to a belt or something. But that's basically it. That is all. And then one smaller pouch here behind the Velcro. But it holds everything in nice and snug. A little worried about some of these extensions on the side. There's nothing really holding them in that well, but it holds things pretty tight, I guess. You get a total of 19 tools by Leatherman's count. And, you know, but again, your carabiner is a tool, which I don't find that to be a tool, but they say it's a tool. Few things are available from the outside without opening the tool up. So we'll look at those things, you know, as we go. Like I said, it is a little bit lighter. It has a pocket clip, which is cool, so if you don't want to carry it by the sheath, or you don't want to clip it on carabiner style, you could pocket clip it to a belt or in a pocket or something like that, which I think is a nice touch. I think that's awesome that you have that option. Clip has decent retention. I don't think that would fall out of your pocket anytime soon. Tools available on the outside. Number one, of course, you've got your standard Leatherman sheep's foot blade. It's about the standard size, nothing special. I don't have paper out here because I knew it was going to get all weathered, so when we finish this, I'll go inside and I'll edit in a paper test.
Let's do a little paper here.
Very nicely finished edge. That little tiny curly Q. But just looking at the blade itself right now, nice cutting of the cord. I mean, hardly any effort whatsoever to cut that. Half serrated, half straight edge. Pretty good, and it locks, of course. One-hand operable. Then you've got your saw, which not one-handed really. Nail nick over there, but it's a very thin saw. I've seen some thicker Leatherman saws. Pretty good though. I mean, it makes pretty short work of this little stick right here. Decent blade arrangement. I mean, just a standard effective little saw. So if you're out there and you needed to cut through something, not too much effort, a little bit, but not too much. And the back of this becomes a scraper for your ferro rod that you have built in there that we'll look at in a little bit, because you can't open that up from right here. You have a combination 1/8 inch box wrench, a 3/16 box wrench, excuse me, but this also is a standard 1/4 inch bit driver. So if you have some hex bits, you can put them in there and you can use them. This also has the standard flat Leatherman bit driver built in, we'll look at in a little bit. One of the cool things that kind of gives this that outdoorsman sort of survival camping EDC edge is that it has a built-in diamond sharpener right here, accessible from the outside. So if you press your tool lock and push this backwards, it comes out. Now you can also use this to strike your rod if you want. It's a little small. I guess this would work. I mean, it's very limited in its capability. Yes, it can be used to hone that edge, you know, if you're out there in the wilderness and you have nothing else. This, I will say, is a bit gimmicky. Does it sharpen? Sure. It's not my first choice. Like I said, it's, you know, you get one grit on there and it's all it is. But it is replaceable, so if you scrape it up and you use it, you can get another one and pop it right back on there very easily. And there it is. What do you think that is? Hashtag no more bottle openers. But yes, you get a carabiner and a bottle opener externally available. So, yay. Of course, bottle opener. Hashtag no more bottle openers. You get this cool lock. Like I said, I like it that it locks externally. So if you choose to carry it outside of the sheath, you're not worried about it just flipping open, but very easy to unlock it and have your full tool ability at your fingertips. They do the standard Leatherman thing where they say you've got needle nose pliers as one tool and then regular, quote-unquote, regular pliers as another tool, so this counts as two tools. You also have your wire cutter and heavy-duty wire cutter. So there's two tools right there, but of course these are heavy-duty, I think 154 cm steel as opposed to 420 HC for the rest, and they are replaceable as you go through your wire cutting abilities. Inside the same handle with the knife blade and the sharpener, that's where you've got your other tools. So you've got an awl and a threader, like on so many other Leatherman blades. You can use that for so many different things. You could also use this to strike your ferro rod if you wanted to. You've got a can opener and then a wire stripper right here that you can use. And then you've got your multi-purpose bit holder, and these all lock, of course. Let me put those down. Now, this is why you have the provisions for the bit kit. Now, the bit kit is sold separately. In the bit kit, you get all these different bits, and they all fit in to here. Standard Leatherman flat bits. And with the extender, which is this long tube I was talking about, you can then put your standard 1/4 inch hex bits in there. So you get a little bit more of reach, and you can also put your Leatherman flat bits in there as well, which just sort of gives you, like I said, a longer reach. You know, if you need to get in somewhere and the bulk of the tool itself is not letting you reach that. And if you fold everything up, that's actually that'll get into some places. You know, and I'll be honest, it's, you know, I think they take you for a little bit of ride with the price. But I wanted to have a complete set. I wanted to be able to use this tool to its fullest extent for a lot of different things, so I shelled out the money for it. I'm not sure if I'm totally happy with that now. One of the things that I just really wanted to try out on this was that it came with its own striker rod and everything else in here. So to get the striker rod out, you got a little spring here that you pop up, and it flips right out. It is a very small striker rod, and it comes with a whistle, which is a pretty good whistle for a whistle that size. And I'm not really even blowing it that loud. So what I wanted to do, because we always look at these ferro rods, we look at all the fire starting gear that comes in a lot of these boxes, but we don't really test it out that much. These boxes meaning all the subscription boxes that we get. So here's what I want to do. Number one, let's give this a good strike. Not bad. I brought out a couple of different fire starting materials that we've gotten. Just a couple. This one came in survival boxes, I believe. This says it can be used in a waterproof lid on snow and everything else. You see this scorching up on there already. Let's see if this little ferro rod will start us a fire right there. Nope. I guess this particular fire starting material needs an actual match. And this, by the way, is also replaceable. Also brought out from one of the latest battle boxes, we looked at this fire starting material, and it says what we should do is rip a little bit off. So we'll put this back in the tin. And, oh, I bent the tin. Oh man. It's because my hands don't like operating in the cold. I've said this in a previous video, thank God we never had to fight a war anywhere really cold. I would have been an asset for the enemy. Oh, look at that. It works. I wonder if that's going to light the other stuff. So, we've always wondered about practical tests. This stuff works like a champ. And InstaFire fire starter is picking up right there too. Not bad. So, those who thought that this was just a gimmicky little addition, this worked. If we were surviving out somewhere, or we had to start a fire, ooh, that's warm. We had to start a fire, it's worked like a champ. Awesome. And this, of course, was brand new. I have not used this for anything yet. I'll give it a good wipe down when we get inside. Make sure we don't get any rustiness or anything going there, any kind of corrosion. To pop this back in, you got to do is put it in, match that little lip up, pop it into the spring, and it's good to go. Lock it back up, and it's good to travel. The only tool I really missed here was the hammer. So you get your little hammer like you do on the Mutt and some of the other models there. This is a bit less hefty than the Mutt though, so you know, a little bit more force if you're going to use this to hammer, but it's pretty good that you have it. It's nice. Warm my fingers. Pretty impressed at how fast this stuff went up, so I'm going to have to get some more of this. It's pretty good. So things I really like about this, again, are the weight as compared to some other multi-tools out there. I just like the general setup. I like the utility of it. Like I said, there are some multi-tools with some more tools involved, but I think that if you take into account what this one's made for your backpacking, hiking, camping, survival, you know, it gives you the tools you need to survive in that environment. There's a lot of tools that come on a lot of other multi-tools that you just don't need. And this is cool. It would be nice if it had like a lanyard hole so that you could, well, I guess you could use this as a lanyard hole, because I know a lot of guys like to attach lanyards to stuff like this. And a lot of Leathermen or other multi-tools have that flip out lanyard hole. So maybe that would be something to think about. But in general, I think this is a great tool. It's gotten some mixed reviews. I like it. It's a bit pricey. It really is. But I like this thing. Again, especially with the lightweight. When you're carrying a bunch of other gear, feels like, in my hand, it feels like half the weight of my mutt. Now, in a military situation, I might want my mutt instead of this guy. But just the smell of campfire and artificially generated fire. In a situation where I'm just, out with the boys or the scouts, this is maybe the way to go. I like it a lot. There you go, guys. It is, it's cold. My hand's turning red, but I wanted to do this one outside because I really wanted to test out the fire starting capability, and I'm impressed. I've got larger and more expensive ferro webs, if you look for the price to replace that, that don't start fire that quickly and don't generate sparks that nicely. So this is a good product. I like this one. I really like this one. There's not too much Leatherman out there that I don't like. I think that they've always put out a really good product. Bit pricey. I mean, really pricey, but good stuff. And of course, it's got Leatherman's warranty. They always have a great warranty on everything they make. If you haven't heard of it, now you have. If you were on the fence, maybe this helps you. If you didn't like it and you still don't like it, well, hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Cool. So BattleBox may or may not be delivered today, and if it is, you can expect another video soon. If not, hopefully it gets here tomorrow, along with Never Enough Tactical survival boxes. A lot of other fun stuff coming along. I'm dedicated to making 2018 an even more video-filled year than last year was. But in the meantime, I'm going to get in, and I'm going to keep working on that spreadsheet, trying to get that giveaway done as fast as I possibly can for you guys. I really want to get this stuff out. And, it'd be cool if some of you guys made some unboxing videos of your own when you get this stuff, just so we can see. It'd be awesome. But anyway, in the meantime, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your patience and putting up with me and my slow spreadsheeting. You are all totally awesome. I hope you like this video. I hope you like the other stuff I have coming out. And I will be back again real soon.